right, girls. Well, we rehearsed.
To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box. To the left, in the closet. That's my stuff. Yes, if I bought it, say, don't touch.
Girl, we sound mad good.
What's good, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And thank you so much for tuning into yet another episode of Everything Lelona, where we talk about everything and anything. Sure. Now, if you are new here, welcome, baby. I really hope that you'll enjoy this video and that will make you hit the little subscribe button somewhere over here. And if you are a regular subscriber, gang, say, wow, what's good, what's up, what is you? I really hope that you are well and that you are taking care of yourself. Okay. Now, there's no need for me to even explain why we are back here because we all know why we are here. We want this tea child, okay? So we are back with another story time, and this story time is actually about someone that I've talked about in the past. So remember when I spoke about Anthony. Anthony was my ex who used to scam me, like someone who scammed me a lot. So Anthony re-emerged and a lot happened, and I'm only telling this story because he was trending again on Facebook for the same thing, for scamming people. So we are going to be tackling that, how he re-emerged and rocked my life, because that's what he's good for. So please do stick around, listen to the story, enjoy the story, get into it, grab a drink, and we're gonna have so much fun. So before we even go further, please do excuse how I sound because I do currently have the flu. So I will be sounding a bit different. Somewhere, somehow, I will have some chest pains. But without wasting any of your time, let's get into the video. So sometime last year, I think I told you guys a story about Anthony. So we'll continue with the name Anthony, right? This is a guy that like rocked my life. He like scammed me every chance he found, and every chance he got, he was scamming me. Now, Anthony and I ended up breaking up. Yabo? We broke up with Anthony, and I didn't see Anthony for a very long time up until I actually moved back to Joburg. Now, I moved to Joburg from Pretoria. Yeah, so, when I moved to Joburg, guys, please don't ask me about details. Don't ask me about the year that this happened. Because when I then moved to Joburg, there's someone I started seeing. I don't know, but there were other people that I saw before this one, okay? So let's get that clear. So I started seeing a guy, closer guy, his name is Sisa. Yeah? His name is Sisa, we'll call him Sisa. And so Sisa met me at Liquid Blue. I was at Liquid Blue with some friends at the time, and Sisa came in. Now, when Sisa came, he recognized me from somewhere. I did not recognize this guy. He's like, I know you. And I kept saying, from where? And he would not say where he knew me from. Yeah, bro? Sharp. Now, Sisa ended up joining our table because he was alone. So he joined us, and the night we progressed, he bought drinks, and we started talking. So at the end of the night, Sisa insisted on taking us home. And at this time, I don't think Uber was a thing and Bolt. So it was either we are taking a meter taxi, which costs about 200 rands from Melville to town, right? So when someone then says to me, let me take you home, I was like, please, booty, please. So I gave Sisa the opportunity to take me home. So he took me home, and when we got to my place, he asked for my numbers. Obviously, I'm gonna give this guy my number because firstly, he was so kind to like buy me drinks at the club, and he took me home. Yeah, bro? Sharp. So Sisa then left, and I went into my place. Then I think the day after that, we started talking, like properly now talking, getting to know each other, telling each other what we're all about, what we're looking for, where we're at in life. And Sisa was I don't know what he did, but it was something in accounting. Yabo. And so he was like, I do this and I live in Sandton. So at this time, I'm like, oh, he lives in Sandton. So he must have, yabo. So I was like, okay, this guy must have this because he lives in Sandton. I did see his car, he drives a really nice car. So he must have some guap. Yabo. Sharp. So we literally spent the entire day on that Saturday getting to know each other. And he was like, can I please take you out? I was like, yes, definitely. So that Saturday, that same Saturday, remember the Friday we met at Liquid Blue? The Saturday now, he asked me, but can I take you on a date? I'm like, please. So Sisa decided to take me on a date. Yeah, but sharp. So we went, I don't remember where we went, but we went to, it wasn't a like a fine dining restaurant. It was like places like Uber Mike's Kitchen where you can just sit and eat and be casual about stuff. Yeah, bon? Sharp. So as him and I are talking, we're talking. And I ask him, I'm like, listen, Izolo, when I will tell you recognize me from somewhere, where do you recognize me from? Yeah, bon? Sharp. At Osisa, please do not think I'm a weirdo, or do not think I am someone or shady because of what I'm gonna tell you. I'm like, what is it that you wanna tell me? At Osisa, I know you through Anthony. I've seen pictures of you on Anthony's phone. Anthony told me about you back when you and him were a thing. Yeah, Bob. So Anthony and I it's been years since him and I broke up. Yeah, Bob. So I didn't have Anthony's number. I didn't have Anthony's contacts. I just didn't have any contact with Anthony anymore. So when he tells me this, there was a piece of me which was like, oh my God, here we go again. I'm gonna be scammed again by this guy. Yeah, Bob. So I'm thinking, if he is Anthony's friend, he must also be doing what Anthony does. So, but as tetelele on some, like, I know you're gonna feel a bit skeptical or you're gonna feel a bit apprehensive by me saying I'm Anthony's friend. So he tries and tells me, but I know, man, Nandi, I'm a good guy. He explains, and I bite. This guy is actually a good guy. Yeah, bo? Sharp. So our date goes well, and I'm like, I kind of like him. I like him. He's very eloquent. He's very well spoken. He's very knowledgeable about stuff, and conversation with him literally just flows. Yeah, but so I really liked him from there. So we continue with our talk, and we continue with like getting to know each other. Now, this one time we were at a club in downtown Joburg. So he says to me, so I'm chatting to him, I'm out with friends, and I'm chatting to him, and he says to me that he is on his way to Joburg because he wants to go out as well. So uzasuka from Sandton and come this side, yabo. So I was like, okay, cool, Tina sisenda till. I don't remember the name of the place because it's like a place where I did not frequent. So my friends took me there. So yabo. So I'm telling him that like this place is not as nice as I thought it was. No. Sharp. So when he gets to this place, he texts me, he's like, I'm outside, come outside. So I go outside, and figure Payana. He's like, no, get in the car, let's go to Maboneng. Sharp. We go to Maboneng, we were shakers. I think it was a Sunday even. So he's like, get in the car. So I'm like, no, I left my friends inside. He's like, get in the car, Mazabe. And one thing about me, I am in the hotel, let's go. I am gonna go. Me, myself, and I will go, okay? So I get in the car and we drive to Maboneng. So we're talking almost obviously up endleleni, and I'm like, no. But he's not telling me what's going on in Maboneng. All he's saying is that we are going to Maboneng to Shakers. We get to Shakers, bhatala nyani phandle 50 rand for ungena, sibhatale nyani singene. So he's looking around and he's texting abantu ba, where are you? Sending voice notes. Guys, I'm here. Where are you? Don. Sharp. So we look around, we spot abantu that he is going to. So lo and behold, I'm looking and I'm like, oh my goodness, not Anthony. Like Anthony is at the table that we are supposedly going to. So I still do have some resentment towards Anthony. Yeah, bo? Because how things ended between him and I, things didn't end in like on good terms. I actually had to chase him out of my place. So we actually fought, yeah, bo? So things between him and I were never resolved. So I still do have some feelings towards Anthony, which I'm like are very much unresolved. I don't really like Anthony. I don't like him anymore because he did me dirty. You understand? Sharp. So I see him and immediately my mood turns sour. I'm like, oh my God, don't tell me we're going there. He's like, no man, so sorry babe. Sorry babe, we are going there. No. Askis. I know how you feel about Anthony. So he's like, don't mind him. And I'm like, oh, okay, fine. We get to his table and I don't know everyone who was there. The only person I knew was Anthony. So I greet everyone, hi guys. And Anthony's like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in such a long time. He acts as if nothing ever happened like between us. But he mentions it, but because these ones were like, oh, you two know each other. And he says he's my ex. So now after he says that, things like his friends, like Sisa's friends looked at me like, so now they're trying to put two and two together. Anthony and Sisa are besties. And then you are Anthony's ex. And then now you are here with Sisa. So what's going on? Yeah, Bob? But I was like, I'm not here to explain myself to anyone. I'm not here to explain myself, basically. I'm just here to have a good time with my nigga, and that's all I'm here to do. Whatever else that is happening, I am not going to be entertaining it. Right? Sharp. So, kube mandi. Anthony, remember the last time that him and I were together, I lived in Pretoria. So now I lived in Joburg. So he keeps coming to me, he keeps coming to me and trying to talk to me. And I'm like, don't pay this guy any attention because I can't need, like, there's absolutely no need for me to pay him any attention. So he keeps like trying to talk to me and I'm just like, don't do that. So I think also reason why I didn't really want to talk to Anthony is because I didn't want it to look as though I was playing both sides. Sisa's friends are here. They are looking and watching all of this. Sisa is also here. I am sure to him, he is also like testing me. Ukuba, how will I behave in this situation? Because one thing about Anthony will try and shoot his shot. So I'm sure Sister is like, let me see how Lelona will react to all of this. And I was like, you know what? I've been in this game. I've played this game so many times and I know how to handle the game. So I'm just very cordial with Anthony. I answer him and I look away. I don't engage as like we have a back-to-back and a back-and-forth conversation. He asks me something, I answer, and I go back to Sisa and I talk to Sisa. That's how I was the entire night. So he eventually asks me, "Wana, so uhlalapi apa and." Sharp. So now I tell him Kenyani bana, no, ndihlala endaweni ethile, no. Sharp. Kugroove man, kugroove. Kube mandi ubusuku bonke kugroove. Now it's time to go home. When we go home, the friends go into their own cars. Then Anthony comes with Sisa and I. Sisa's car was a 2-door car, but there were seats at the back, yabo? Like there were seats. It wasn't one of those 2-seater cars type of thing. It was a normal seating car, but it had 2 doors. So we get there. Anthony opens the door and opens the door for me on some ngena. So mna mangena back. Mna emotweni yomntu wami phambeni. Did I have to ngena wena back yabo? Then I ngena back and then I go inside. So efranti it's me and it's Sisa driving and it's this one at the back. We drive. We get to my place. We now sitting outside. I'm in the car, but we are like outside my place, but in the car. So we're talking. And in my head, I'm like, do not pay attention to Anthony. Pretend like he's not here. When he's talking, don't answer. The only person you are going to engage with is Sisa. So we talk. And then I think Sisa and I kiss and I go inside and I leave. Yeah, bro? So now, remember I told him where I stay. And I told him, and he's like seen the building I live in. So he knows exactly where I stay. Yeah, bro? Sharp. Now my relationship with Sisa flourishes. And I visit now and then kwa Sisa. My relationship with him is amazing. I love him, he loves me, and things are great. There's Anthony now. Now, Nyayikumbula Underground. I think I spoke about Underground in my previous story time, or in one of my story times previously. Spoke about Underground. Now, one night, this is Underground with my friends. Anthony Moslow. Anthony is with a group of gays ending as Azio who looked very ratchet, and I was like, I don't know these people and I don't want to sit with these people. So when he got there with Anthony, he got there and we were already there. We had a table, they were walking in. I think futhi kwagcwele masimba Underground, kwagcwele Murskont. So he walks in, he looks around abala table, and then he sees me and my friends at our table. Yeah, well, sees me and my friends at our table, and he comes to our table and tries to, and asks me to, if he can join us. So I'm looking at him and his friends, and I'm like, such a wretched group of gay people. Such a wretched group of gays, Lee. And I'm not sure if I like this aesthetic. You understand? I'm like, I don't think I like this aesthetic. But what am I gonna say? I'm like, guys, it's like I'm not a rude person. Yeah, like you guys know me. I'm not rude. So if someone asks me, even if I am dying inside, I wanna say yes. Yeah, bro. So excuse me. So he asks to join our table, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You can sit. They now are around our table, and I'm thinking about Abandu who are looking at us will think that these are my friends. Whoever that knows me here and is looking at this whole thing, see group, Sibaninzi, because I was like, there was like 4 of us and there was like 5 of them. So now there's like 9 of us. Yeah, but we are a large group. And this group that just joined us, to me personally, they are not my cup of tea. They are, I don't know, man. I don't know, but there was just something off about that group. Yeah, bro. So, kusele. I'm not telling Sisa that Anthony just came here. Oh, Anthony just arrived and he's here. Yeah, bro. So, kusele. Now, one thing about me, I'm very quick to choose myself. I'm very quick now. Once I see guys, I'm very quick to go home. Yeah, but I will choose myself, go home, and go sleep. Because one thing about me, I love my sleep. Danqila, guys, Ndati, guys, I'm going home. So I reported, guys, I'm going home. I think I'm too drunk. As I walk out, Anthony follows me. You know? Ngaphandle, there are meter taxis. I get onto a meter taxi and he's like, he holds the door. He's like, can I come with you? Now I'm looking at him on some. Get also this Nilele. Pap, I am drunk as fuck. So he's like, can I come with you? So I'm looking at him like, what? So I get the motor in Avale, drive abuze address in ya pindi address, and he goes and drives to my place. We get to my place. Now I have to sign Anthony in. Anthony, like, I can't have an ID. He gives me, like, Anthony, guys, one thing about him, why you crook Anthony? Anthony, I can't have ID. And at my place, kufuni ID. Before singing, he's like, he pulls me like, I'm putting an ID. Quickly give me your ID. Yeah, bro? And I'm like, what? Why should I give my ID? Yeah, bro? And then like Andy, unomlomo mandi. One thing about him, unomlomo omnandi. Anthony can talk. Anthony can convince you. So I'm convinced that now I'm wanting to copy wallet to Nike ID. Yeah, bro? To Nike ID singing. No, I didn't give you my ID. I gave you my license because I think at the time I was still using a green book. To Nike license. Give him my license. I sign it in. I need security license. I could cook it quickly and goes in. Yeah, bro? So he's in now. My license is left downstairs with a security guard. Sharp. So I'm like, Anthony, like, guys, but I'm like, I can't vocalize what's happening inside. Inside, I am dying. Remember, I don't want to see Anthony. I don't like Anthony. I still have a lot of unresolved issues and feelings for Anthony. I still have a lot of resentment for Anthony. I am still mad at Anthony. But here he is today, walking kule corridor, going to my place, while I am dating his friend. Yabo? Sharp. Hey, we get to my door and this fag is still. Oh, what are you doing here? Like, before I even opened, I'm like, what are you doing here? I think at this point, I was just fuming. I was just mad at myself on some. Why are you so weak, Lelon? Why are you allowing all of this to happen? So I'm like, what are you doing here? What do you want here? Now I really say, I just want to sleep. No. I promise you, I won't do anything. Yeah, but like, I won't touch you. I won't do anything to you. I know Ujula Nechomyam, and I won't tell him of this encounter. Now I'm like, this guy already wants me to have his secrets. Kusisa. And imagine a secret Ayazwandimnaye of him sleeping at my place. So, and I'm thinking, if Anthony sleeps here and we hide it from Sisa, the day Sisa finds out that Anthony slept here, even if nothing happens between Anthony and I, it's going to be a mess. Because Usisa Uzauti, why did you not tell me? And I won't have a reason as to why I didn't tell him. Yeah, bo? So now I'm like, you have me all the way fucked up, man. Singing. The locker umnyango behind me. Thatha isitixo ndingena naso roomini yami. Ndithi uzalala lapha lounge. Excuse me. So ndithi uzalala lapha lounge wena. Ndingena roomini yami and I sleep. Now when I wake up, we wake up in the morning and I call Sisa. The first thing I did was call Sisa. I explain everything that happened. I'm like, listen, this is what's going on. I'm home. I went out Izolo. I got so drunk. Anthony came through and he ended up sleeping at my place. But before you lose your marbles, please know about Anthony ulele a lounge, right? I only did what I did because I know him. right? I'm not a horrible person where ndizawuvimba umntu indawo yolala. Like, andizovimba umntu indawo yolala and allow him to sleep estratweni. So I tug at Sisa's heartstrings and tell him about yonke lento that happened. Yabo? Nyano Sisa ke I understand what I'm trying to tell him. Now, Anthony is here. I think it was a Saturday when we met. Now it's a Sunday in the morning. So I'm gonna make food. So I'm asking him, uhamba nini? Ati no ndizawahamba. One thing about Anthony knew how to make up stories. As in a story man sokuba ichomi yakhe endlini funeka yendlini ichomi yakhe iwiniwe izolo, that friend that we were with yesterday left with a guy, so he has to wait for that friend to go back to his place and then he can go to, like, it makes a seat. And I'm like, oh okay. So I make us food, I make him feel comfortable. I offer him a bath. I'm like, if you're in a bath you can bath. No, don't. Anthony, when he came, he had a smaller nyana bag. Let me show you. A bag hangak. Like, a bag hangak. Yabo? Had a bag like this. That bag way too, I didn't know what was in the bag. Yabo? Like, I didn't know what was in the bag. While Anthony is at my place, obviously I'm gonna go want to shower, I'm gonna go want to bath, I'm gonna be busy apparently. Eventually abe ngumuntu ohambayo Anthony, and a couple of days later after Anthony left, or like two days later, I'm looking for something, clothes. I'm looking for like track pants, or I don't remember what item of clothing I was looking for. I look for this item, I can't find it, and I'm like, man, I did laundry not so long ago and I remember folding these clothes, and this thing was here. And I look everywhere, I cannot find this pair of pants. Now Anthony was here. To get those pants, I can't find them. Another pair of pants, I can't find them. Kangele some shirt, I'm like, I can't find it. Kangele, I think it was 2 pair of pants. It was a shirt and a t-shirt. I can't find 4 items of clothing. Anthony has stolen again from me. Now I'm like, Sisa, I don't know how to tell Sisa ukuba what's going on. Yabo, come on, yes. I'm gonna die with this. Let me just keep quiet. The day I catch Anthony, Sisa tells me about Anthony had an interview. He went to Cape Town. Wada. Kubek that Sisa had to book a ticket. Like, guys, Anthony wasn't just scamming me, was scamming his friends as well. You are his friend who's a scammer. So I never told Sisa about Anthony has stolen these pair of pants, this t-shirt and this shirt from me. But Sisa now Uzakum and is like telling me, this is like a couple of weeks later, he's telling me how like Anthony is like fucking him over, in the sense that Anthony came to him telling him how we are short Gemali your booking flight to Cape Town. He has an interview in Cape Town and we are short and no. Usisa wamenzele tikiti, wampokeli tikiti, only for Usisa to see on social media Anthony living it up in Cape Town. Yeah, so he's like, this person said to me he has an interview, yet he went to Cape Town to join, basically to party and to have a good time. Yeah, so, and then even coming back, I think Sisa booked a return for Anthony under Anthony's name, so he can't even cancel those tickets because the tickets are under Anthony's name. So he's like explaining how much Anthony is like how much Anthony dribbles them as friends, yeah, bro? And I'm like, remember that day he came to my place? This is what happens. Pamba no Sisa. He's like, why did you not tell me this? Uqhela kakubi baby Anthony. Uqhela kakubi Anthony. And I'm like, people, uqhela kakubi Anthony manyanyanyas. Uqhela kakubi manyanyanyas. Sharp idlule yonke ke lonto le. Guys, idlule. Usisa, I don't know if it's because Usisa had a soft spot for Anthony, but like idlule and Divango Sisa Nasele City, no, Anthony is coming over for a sleepover. So I'm like, oh, you know what, right? Yeah, but it's not my place to ask anything because these people were friends before I even knew any one of them. They've been friends for years. So whatever that happens between their friendship, it's not my place to ask anything. Yeah, but sharp. Now, and Sisa was hosting a brunch at his place, or a breakfast where everyone was gonna go to Sisa's place after a night of partying. Everyone went to their own places, but what was Sisa the following day come back to my place. Now at this time when again the weekend, I am going to Santin. So I always go to Santin. So we had all gone out together the Friday. Anthony was there, and then the following day, everyone in the morning came back to Sisa's place. Yabo? Sharp. So Sisa's place was nice. It had a pool, and like everyone was sitting by the patio, by the pool. Abanye were swimming. Kumnandi wethu. So because I am not friends with these people, I decided ukuba ndizazihlalela naphaya, ndizazitshayela intsango yam, ndizazisalela utywala bam. Bona mababe busy bancokola ngamadoda bathini. Now I'm sitting on the other side of the pool, and Anthony and this other guy are sitting on the other side. So I see them talking, but I can't really hear them. But you can tell Bana from everything that's happening, or from their body language, they are talking and talking. And then Dimbonu Anthony Epagama and coming to like sit next to me. He sits next to me and I'm looking at him on some, what do you want? Like, Ufrandoni. And I am very much cognizant of the fact that when he comes to sit next to me, everyone there will look to see how is our interaction, because he's my ex. So how is their interaction? We want to see. So I see everyone looking at me and Anthony. And I'm thinking, Anthony has is playing games, and this game he's playing is very dangerous because Usisa is also there looking, and like I'm sure that he wants to see what's going on, what's happening. So he sits there next to me, and I can see him like awkwardly doing stuff to me. Like he would hold or touch my thigh, and I'm like, why are you touching my thigh? So I'm looking at him, and like I would let him touch my, like I wouldn't let him, but I wouldn't take his hand off my thigh. He would touch my thigh, touch my back, and I'm like looking at him on some, what are you doing? What are you doing? So he performs with the answer, and I'm like, I don't think I'm comfortable with you doing what you're doing. When I stand up and I go inside the house, I haven't, like Usisa is inside. I like, with all of this happening, I did see him outside, but he went inside. So when he went inside, I followed him. I stood up and I went inside. Went inside and I see Sisa like telling another friend, angry, like he was angry, he was mad, and telling one of his friends, like, how can you do this to me? No. So I walk in and I see that, okay, Sisa is angry. I'm like, babe, what's going on? He's like, why are you sitting with Anthony like that? No. Why are you allowing him to touch you? And I'm like, I'm not allowing him to touch me. And then he came and sat next to me. I was sitting there alone. I had let you guys sit and have your time with your friends. I was sitting by the pool alone, doing absolutely nothing. And Anthony was sitting there with the other friend. So now as I'm talking to Sisa and explaining what's going on, that friend that Anthony was sitting with comes inside. And as he's coming inside, he comes inside walking with another friend, and he's telling this friend uchile ku Anthony bana angamfumana lwana anytime he wants, So I hear this and I call him. I'm like, come here. Diti Utini at Anthony said he can be able to get you if he wanted you. So I look at Sisa and I say to Sisa, you see, this is the kind of friend that you have. He's not my friend. He's your friend. And he's telling his other friends, you didn't put him up to this. This wasn't a test from you. This was him telling his friend that he can get me. Right? I saw him do what he was doing, but I did not respond the way that he wanted me to respond. Instead, I told him that I don't appreciate what he's doing and I came to you. You understand? So I tried to tell Sisa, man, it's not like that. I'm not into Anthony. Sorry. I'm not into Anthony. I actually don't even like Anthony like that. So Sisa is up in the clouds. He's mad. He's shouting because Anthony swears at Anthony. Because I think I bet because Anthony swears at Anthony and tuka nam ke banandia feba nam the wiki wara. And I'm like, I think this is my cue to actually leave. So I go upstairs, I pack my bags, and I go. Back to my place. Do I not? That evening, I was at my place. Usisa isn't taking my calls, and I'm like, it's okay. Maybe this is how things end between him and I, but I did nothing wrong. Do I not? In the evening, I'm sitting there. It's like around 1 a.m. I wasn't sitting, I was sleeping actually. Do I not hear a knock? So I hear a knock at the door. So I'm like, who the fuck could be knocking at my place? 1 a.m. in the morning. Ndingaphenduli. Ndingaphenduli. Then he speaks. Vula la ndim Anthony. So I'm like, I'm not gonna open for this guy. Vuli guys, he knocked up until like 3 to 4 a.m. in the morning. And knock. Like he would knock. I like for like 30 minutes. Knocks again. I did not sleep. I did not open for that guy. So when I woke up in the morning, I woke up around 6 a.m. and I went downstairs because I knew that guards change shifts at 7. So at 6, I go downstairs to the guard that was there. Footage. There's the footage. How did this guy come in? And the mazi story because no security guard no, this guy ungene apha city, he was here earlier, wanibonisa isignature yakhe no wathi unguzibani. That's not him. You guys literally let someone come in without signing in, and this person I didn't invite him. Like Anthony literally pointed to a random name, security guards, and he knocked till like from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning. But I never opened for him. And I think that was the last time Anthony and I ever spoke or saw each other up until this post. Let me tell you about this post because this is why I told this story. Guys, Anthony scammed someone for 20,000 rands. Like there's a guy who posted something on Facebook saying Anthony scammed him. Yabo, scammed for 20 grand. And then Anthony responded with another post now. So this guy ubekile his version of events. Yabo, this is what happened. Anthony. No, on the post he was just saying, please be alert guys that there's this gay guy who's a scammer, who scammed me for 20,000 rands. And then Anthony, why would he block me? Meaning this guy that posted, why would he block me if I scammed him? Also, the money that he sent me was 15,000 rands, not 20,000 rands. Also, yes, I did block him after he sent me the money. So this guy, I reached out to him because I know Anthony. I know Anthony as someone who scams. I know him. Yeah, bro? Reached out to this guy. I'm like, yo, listen, I saw a post. Go, Anthony, what happened? He's like,
Hi, how are you? You know what hurts the most is that some people doesn't believe me. So what actually happened? I met him also on Tinder, and then I told him that I'm what you call it? I'm like in what you call this thing? We had a long chat and everything. Then he came to visit me. He came with a big Virgin Active bag. He came to my place, and I was like but this, I was also skeptical about him at first. But any which way I went, he stayed at my place like in for a week. In the first night that uh, we went out with my friends, and my friends was also skeptical about this guy and whatsoever, and telling me. But at that moment, I was so vulnerable because I just broke up with my partner for 8 years. So yes, we went out. We went to Bramfontein Kitcheners here in Johannesburg. So I think the first night, he noticed my pin because you know the bar ladies they will bring the ATM thingy to you so you can pay for the bill. Okay, that night went well and so forth. Then he will just maybe like him will stay, and I was asking him, are you homeless or what? Or what is such a fucking smooth talk? And can you believe we never even had sex? Nothing. We will just only be baby kissing and masturbating, wanking, and that's it. There was no intercourse, nothing. And then on Sunday, he was staying for the week at my place. I would even come from work during my lunchtime to go and check up on him. That's how I didn't trust him. So I would go. But luckily for me, the securities are very strict. So I went in the morning and I went to go and tell the security that if this guy left here, he must notice that he left only with a Virgin Active bag and no other things. That's how cautious I was even. Okay then. Then the Sunday, we went out again and I got so fucking sloshed. Was so fucking drunk. So I went out with my friends and him. We drank, we had Black Label because I just got 1,000 rand from someone because it wasn't even payday on that day. It wasn't even payday. So I borrowed from someone that I usually borrow money from and then I pay her when I get paid. That's like on the 22nd of May. So it was only 1,000 rand. So I bought alcohol for 500 and my friend bought alcohol for 500. So the rest of the money that was left, the 500 rand, was from us to Uber back. So I went to, I think I was so drunk, I went with him to the garage. And I think the time he went with me, I probably put in the pen and he saw it. The Monday morning, he just wake up all of a sudden and said he needs to go and do an assignment because he told me also that he's doing his second degree in marketing. So he needs to go and do his assignment and stuff. And I was still a bit like still slosh in the morning on Monday. Okay, fine. I took him to the thingy, to the halfway to the bus stop because by my flat you can't exit without the owner being with you. So I took him out and whatsoever. When I went back and I went onto my phone, I noticed yes a Capitec app and I'm not using Capitec. I'm actually using Standard Bank. So my app is deleted from my phone and whatsoever. So I went in again, downloaded my app again with my card number and everything. So I got in yes, like in 31,000 rand in my account. And I'm like, fuck, I didn't get paid. Where is this money coming from? Because I'm only getting paid on the 25th. Sure, only to realize that he actually did overdraft on my account of 59 something thousand rand, and then he transferred half of it. Probably couldn't transfer all of it because I've got a limit. Then he withdraw, he transferred to himself like in 15,000, and then he bought like in 500 rand airtime of Telkom, and what else was there? But I will screenshot my transactions and send it to you.
so after hearing all of this, I went to Anthony's post and I commented. Anthony blocked me from there. So I was like, bitch, I need to tell the story as well because one thing about you, you're a scammer, you're a criminal, and you need to go to jail. Anthony needs to go to jail. He needs to get arrested, guys. Ha! Lamfana. But that is the story of Anthony. That is the story of Anthony. And If you enjoyed the video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Leave all of your comments down below. Share my video. Subscribe to my channel, do the most. What is that thing again? Super thanks me if you want or if you can. Please, I really do appreciate when you guys super thanks, because it adds to the budget or it adds to the wallet. So I really do appreciate it. Guys, one thing about Momo, and it's fully pumile kwi-gays mna. But that was the story, and yeah guys, there's nothing more to say. I did want to like shoot vlogs, but because it's winter, I'm not going out a lot. I'm literally either here or I am at work. There's like nothing happening in my life, and I've been sick literally the entire June. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be dropping any vlog anytime soon, but do stick around for any content that I'm going to be dropping. Please do engage. Follow me on my socials. I will link my Instagram down below, and we can always communicate and catch up on Instagram. And until next time, bye.